Hi everyone, let's learn how to solve electric field problems. For question A, sketching the electric field strength diagram, I'm just going to copy this diagram down. As we know by now, the electric field strength for the negative charge goes into the charge. But for positive charge, the electric field goes out of the charge. So from point P, E1 goes into Q1, E2 goes into Q2 because both charges are negative. But for E3, since the charge is positive, the electric field goes towards point P. But since the arrow cannot go into the body of point P, we extend it to the left like this. For question B, we are given the value of Q and also D. So what I'm doing here is I'm listing down all the magnitudes of the charges, Q1, Q2 and Q3. For R1 is 0.03 meters. For R2, we have to go back to the diagram. You can see here we can get the value of the R2 by using Pythagoras theorem, set d squared plus d squared. Then we substitute all the values and we finally can get 4.24 to the power of negative 2 meters. And finally, R3 is the same as R1. Oh, and also we have to find the theta at point P. Well, since the triangle has two sides that are the same, we basically can get the theta which is equal to 45 degrees like this, but we just have to show the jalan kerja lah. Alright, now that we have all the information, it's time for us to calculate the E1, E2 and E3. From the diagram, you can see that E1 and E3 are the same, so we're just going to calculate one time only. E equals to KQ over R squared. K is 9 to the power of 9. For the value of Q, you tak payah ambil sign, okay? Dia positif ke, dia negatif ke, just take the value only. Alright, 2 micro like this is wrong. You have to write 2 to the power of negative 6. So again, do not put the symbol micro in your substitution. Again, please don't. Now let's do calculation for E2. KQ over R squared. But this time is R2 lah. Substitute the values. So E2 is 1 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb. Now that we have the value of E1, E2 and E3, we have to resolve them into X and Y components. The yellow is for the X component and the blue one is for the Y component. Summation of electric field at X component equals to E2 cos 45 minus E3 sebab dia opposite direction. We substitute all the values and we get EX equals to negative 1.293 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb. Next, summation of electric field at component Y equals to E1 plus E2 sine 45 degrees, Y plus because they are on the same side. You substitute all the values and the final answer for EY is 2.707 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb. And finally, macam biasalah, lepas kita dah buat vector, we get the E net. So the E net equals to set EX squared plus EY squared, and we substitute all the values that we got from the above steps. And the final answer is 2.999 to the power of 7 Newton per Coulomb. That's all. Thank you everyone.